Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we'll be making vanilla and chocolate marble cake. This cake is so delicious and it is so soft, it literally melts in your mouth. And we made this without a mixer or an oven, guys. If you want to know how I made it, then you have to keep watching. And then if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do well to do so. So we start first by preparing our dry ingredients. I added about 2 cups of flour and then about 2 tablespoons of baking powder, and then I also go ahead to add 1 tablespoon of baking soda, and then I also added some salt and then some grated nutmeg. The exact list of ingredients will be in the description box with the measurements. So we'll go ahead now to sift it to remove any lumps, and then we'll mix in our flour and then we'll set that aside. Now for the wet ingredients, I'll be adding some sugar to a blender. We'll be making this cake in this blender. Then I'll be adding about 4 eggs. I'll be adding it one after the other because I was not so sure of the freshness of this egg. It has been in the fridge for a while. Then I'll be adding that, and then we'll cover the blender and just pulse it a little bit till everything is well combined. And once we get that, I'll go ahead now to add some oil. Then we'll also cover that and we'll blend it till a very smooth consistency is formed, just like this now. Then we'll set that aside and we'll be adding in about 2 tablespoons of vanilla flavor. We'll cover and then we'll also pulse it a little bit till everything is well combined. Then we'll pour out our cake batter into a bowl. And now we'll be combining the wet and the dry ingredients. So we'll be adding the dry ingredients in batches into the wet ingredients, and then we'll be folding it. We don't want to mix it too much, so we'll just gently fold it and keep adding till we've exhausted our dry ingredients. Then I'll be adding some milk. I melted some powdered milk with water, and then I'll be adding just about a 1/4 cup of it. I'll mix till everything is well combined. I'll go ahead now to grease our baking pan. I grease this with margarine, and then I'll be using a brush to just rub it all over the pan. This will help the cake not to stick after baking. And then I'll also dust in some flour, and then I'll just shake it thoroughly around it, and then I'll discard the flour. Then back to our cake batter. We'll be dividing this cake batter into 2. One bowl will be for the vanilla while the other will be for the chocolate cake. Then we'll go ahead to add some sweetened cocoa powder to a sieve, and then we'll be sifting it into the cake batter for the chocolate cake. We'll mix, and then we'll be adding more of the cocoa powder if we need it. That's just that. And then I've gotten the consistency I want. To go ahead now to add the cake batter into the baking pan. I'll add about a tablespoon of the vanilla and then a tablespoon of the chocolate. I'll keep doing that, alternating it. 1 tablespoon of vanilla, 1 tablespoon of chocolate, till I've exhausted my entire cake batter. Next, we'll be tapping our cake on top of my work surface to remove any air bubbles. Then we'll use a skewer to draw diagonal lines on the cake surface, just like this. This will give it that marble effect when the cake is baked. Next, I heated up a pot on fire, added some towels, and then I'll be adding my cake pan into the pot, covered, and we'll be baking it for 40 minutes. This fire was too hot, so I had to switch over to a smaller gas, and our cake was ready. I did the toothpick test and it came out clean. Then I turned it into a plate. The cake burnt a little bit because of that first cooker, but then I will cut that out, and our cake is ready, and it was so delicious and good. I had to do a simple buttercream and just covered it for extra sweetness because my husband has sweet tooth. Then this is just it. The cake was so good. It was really, really good and soft and delicious. I'm just salivating now remembering this cake. This is also good, and I hope you will try it out. It's so simple, as you can see, and the ingredients are just something you can get at home. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, I would like you to give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. See you guys in my next video. Bye. Mwah.